Hi team, welcome back to our Introduction to Ancient Rome Anchor Fact series of printables and mini lessons. Now, sadly, we must turn to the Anakin Skywalker of the story, Julius Caesar. Is he the well-intentioned Jedi or the Darth Vader of Roman history? Many people think that Julius Caesar was a Roman emperor, or at least they aren't clear on whether he was or not. The answer is no. He never became an emperor, but he did take over Rome by force. He did so by crossing the Rubicon, which has since become a famous expression. The Rubicon is a relatively small river in northern Italy. The reason why it's important to the story is that in ancient Roman geography, one side was the Roman homeland, and on the other side was the Trade Federation and its battle droids. No, wait. We've got to stop making Star Wars comparisons here. On the other side was Gaul. Julius Caesar was famous for conquering Gaul. And we'll look at that story in a bonus History Through Art mini lesson exclusively for mini lesson clients on the Knowable World website. As we talked about in the last lesson, Rome had begun to become an empire through the Punic Wars, when they conquered Sicily, northern Africa, and Spain. There were starting to be many slaves in Roman society. This led to terrible conflicts known as the Servile Wars, when slaves, such as the famous Spartacus, rebelled against Rome. Roman society was falling apart. The number of slaves was growing. The army was growing. Society was breaking down. And somebody was needed to make Rome great again. That comparison is hard to miss. Yes, that's a comparison to President Donald Trump. When people in a society feel that things are going badly, but they don't know what to do about it, they usually rely on a charismatic leader to guide them to a better set of answers. A charismatic leader is someone with an aura about them, a feeling of strength and confidence, a great leader. Donald Trump may not have been a general, but he has this in common with Julius Caesar. Caesar had a more difficult problem, though. The Roman Republic had too much slavery, and it was addicted to being an empire, which means addicted to conquering other people and taking their stuff. Just before Caesar came along, the Romans had gone to Jerusalem, conquered the Jews in their ancient homeland, and taken their stuff. Julius Caesar could see these problems in Rome, and so could a lot of other people, but they didn't all agree on what to do about it. A famous Roman named Cicero wanted to try to save the Republic. When modern students want to learn Latin, they often read Cicero because of the great way he spoke the language. As a consul, Cicero tried to salvage the Roman Republic. He even stopped the famous conspiracy to take over the government. But Cicero did not have all the answers. Julius Caesar became allies with two other powerful Romans named Crassus and Pompey to make their own changes. It was Pompey that had conquered the Jews. Crassus, for his part, was the richest man in Rome. He had also defeated Spartacus in the Servile War. Together, they formed the First Triumvirate, a group of 3 temporary allies who intended to rule Rome as a partnership. Or did they? Each one tried to become the leader himself. When Caesar conquered all of Gaul, he gained the trust of his army and decided he had enough power to take over by himself. Crassus died in a war in the far east of the empire, so only Pompey stood in the way. And when Pompey made the mistake of going to Egypt, Cleopatra's brother killed him to gain favor with Caesar. Caesar was now the only great leader in a dying Roman Republic. What did Julius Caesar propose to do about it? Well, he wanted to become king of Rome in order to make the necessary changes. The Latin word for king is rex. But the Romans hated that idea. Can you remember why? Think back to lesson 2, when Lucius Junius Brutus had to kill his own sons for their treason against the Republic. They were trying to bring back the king, the rex. It's no accident the Romans thought, therefore, that a man named Brutus, Marcus Junius Brutus, to be precise, should help stop Caesar. A conspiracy was planned to kill Caesar. He was joining a meeting of the Roman Senate on the Ides of March, which means March 15th. And the conspirators crowded around Caesar to present a petition. Then they struck. He was attacked from all sides and was killed. It was the year 44 BC. When this happened, a civil war began in Rome between the supporters of Caesar and his enemies. The Roman Republic would not survive it. Caesar's own nephew, Octavian, would win and become the first emperor, known as Augustus. We'll look at that story, and I'll remind you how it connects to Egyptian history, as well as the story of the rise of Christianity in the next lesson. Don't forget to go to the Knowable World website for the full printables package and this entire series available on demand. The printables are packed with quizzes and activities and a timeline that will help you learn the story. See you next time, and may the Force be with you.